Hey guys, Patrick here again. Just thought I'd make a quick video for you about this whole Craig Wright, Satoshi Nakamoto saga. And hopefully this maybe will be my last video on this topic and I can move on to other things that are more interesting. I think, just based on the amount of overwhelming evidence that I've found, I'm going to link to a website. Where is it here? The podcast, Dr. Bitcoin podcast with, I think it's Mark Hunter and Arthur Van Pelt. They put out an additional bonus episode that just came out January 1st, yesterday. It was an Ask Arthur Anything where they answered people's questions. And it also includes a link to Arthur's Twitter, and then which I'll include in the description. And then also I'm going to include in the description a link to Arthur's website that he created that includes just an overwhelming number of links to all his research in debunking Craig Wright. And I know it's still a controversial topic, but there's so much information here that it's hard to really, if you really go through it, it's hard to I listened to some of the interviews he did. I even just taking a small sampling of them. One of them that jumped out at me, a link to where he's giving a talk, and he mentions that he was at a party in the 90s where he ended up kissing Jim Morrison because he had drank 6 bottles of champagne or something. And, Jim Morrison died in 1971. And I believe that, Craig Wright was born in like 1970 or something. So he would have been like 1 year old. Obviously, it's not a true statement. It can't be. I don't know what he was thinking of saying, why he would say that at the time. And that's not a big deal, right? Maybe his mind was confused or something, but that's only one. There's so many different little things that just add up one after the other. And you can go through them all. I mean, just incident after incident after incident that really, they just don't add up. But he's obviously a very intelligent person. He's very persuasive, and he's a master at, I would call obfuscation, right? Making things distorted so that it's hard to when he speaks, he can make things so, he's kind of normally speaking over the heads of his audience. And so when he gets called out, I mean, there's another link to when he's called out in the GQ interview, and he just loses it. He just, flies off the handle essentially. So things like that, it doesn't add up after a while. And so it appears that this Van Pelt has, he's been studying him for so many years and has amalgamated so much information on, so I'm not making any claims myself, but this Arthur Van Pelt has no problem in being very firm in his convictions. And I have to, basically concur with him that, yeah, we can sort of leave this aside. And there's interesting ways how he's connected in, and he's got access to this and that and other things, and that's mildly interesting. But I think I'd like to spend more time going forward focusing more on the current developments in Bitcoin, in particular the Lightning Network, new countries adopting it, the potential for it, how it can be implemented, where it can be accepted. So I'm going to try and keep my eyes open for those types of news things, and stay away from anything to do with Satoshi Nakamoto and anything to do with Craig Wright. I mean, more power to him, but as I said, I just want to focus more on how Bitcoin can be a valuable asset for Canadians, how it could help me as an individual investor, how it can be a secure place to put a little bit of money, maybe a small investment here, then maybe set aside a little bit on a monthly basis, and hopefully it can be something that can be useful for transacting if the financial system gets if we lose some stability in who knows, a power grid or cyber attacks and those kind of things, where we need an alternative method of transacting for goods and services using our smartphone, and we can transact using Bitcoin. So if I hear news more on those type of topics, the new countries adopting it, new locations adopting it, maybe if there's some new ATMs that are being installed in different places, or new businesses that are accepting Bitcoin, these are the things I'm going to try and keep my ears open for in the future. So I'll include the links that I mentioned here, and hopefully they're helpful to you. And if you still want to comment on this topic, please go ahead, add your links. I think I've studied it enough for now, and I'll leave those links for you. And if you have any other things that you'd like to add to that, by all means, go ahead, leave a comment for me. And if you have any new news that I can focus on as well, I'd be happy to hear from you in those areas as well. So thanks again for watching. Have a super day. Enjoy the rest of January, and hope to talk to you again soon. Take care now. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.